ask and you shall receive. You Larry Bird fans are very, very, very passionate behind this man, and I love it. I love it. And for that, I'm going to bring you this video. I'm bringing you 15 NBA legends who were terrified of Larry Bird. Now, I did say comment down some videos, and you Larry Bird fans deliver. You have flooded my comments with multiple videos, and I couldn't choose one, but this one did stand out to me because I did say I'm a huge fan of trash talking. I'm a huge fan of trash talking. It's what I live for. I love it. I love it. Even when I played sports, I love trash talking, and I always backed it up. So I want to see it from a Larry Bird standpoint. This video is 16, 17 minutes long. I ain't gonna be talking that much. We're gonna hop straight into this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on IG and Twitter, 1135. And one more thing, I want to say thank you. Thank you for 1K subscribers. I do want to do a Q&A if you want to know your boy a little bit better. So comment down some questions down below that I would present to y'all in the Q&A, and I will get it for y'all as soon as I can. So let's get into this video. And continuously sub up, sub up. We know the next step. 2K.
Bird was cold. So I don't think nobody ever could get out with him.
He talked trash against us, talked trash with against everyone else.
And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts, you know?
When you talk about NBA players that will put fear in other players, the first people that will come to your mind will be somebody like Jordan, Shaq, Kobe, or maybe Kevin Garnett. But I feel like there's one guy that should be on everybody's top 5 when talking about the most feared NBA players, and that is Larry Bird. Like, the trash talking he was having with other players was just disrespectful at an all-time high, but at the same time hilarious and creative. Seriously, I will crack up laughing at the way Bird will make players and even legends look like fools. The fear Bird instilled in players' hearts night after night made him a formidable opponent for defenders and even coaches. Larry would literally tell defenders what he would do on the court and proceed to do it. It was exhausting playing Bird every night because they would be in a physical and mental battle they had never seen before. So I found 15 NBA legends sharing stories about what made Larry Bird so feared by many players. And when these legends are talking, you get to see the amount of respect they have for him. So we will start with number 15, David Robinson, aka the Admiral, who left an indelible mark on the NBA with his extraordinary skills and contributions to the game. There is rarely any footage of David Robinson talking about Larry Bird, but there is an interview a year ago when someone asked him who was his favorite player to play against, and this is what he said.
And I know a lot of you young folks may not really remember Larry Bird that well, but that man was a magician. And yeah, no, he was amazing. And he was 6'9".
From what I see so far, bro, Larry Bird was ahead of his time. He was ahead of his time. And like I said, bro, I'm young. I'm still learning. The fact that y'all informing me, that's why I started this reaction channel, to learn. I'm really learning as I'm like reacting to other things and new things. Like, the fact that he was doing this way back then is kind of scary, bro. It's kind of scary. I did say he would put up 25 points, but it's looking like he will put up a good 35, 40. Who knows, bud? I don't know.
And he had the skill set of a guard. He wasn't that fast. He wasn't that great of an athlete. Because he had the heart of a lion.
But he was saucy, though.
And
he was saucy.
And so playing against him was kind of my real first taste of, man, I want to do that. Right? I want to compete against that every day. That's the kind of thing that's going to make you a monster. And there were a lot of great players. I mean, make no mistake, I've faced a lot of great players every day. But I think when I came into the league, Larry Bird was at his peak. And he was incredible at what he did. And he was humble, and he came to work every single day, and I admired that. And so I think he was my favorite to play against, particularly early in my career.
Number 14, we got Gary Payton, one of the most well-known trash talkers in NBA history, who had intimidated many players in his career. But it is shocking how highly he speaks of Bird after all the battles that he went through against Jordan. He will still pick Larry Bird when it comes to getting into your head. This man was a trash-talking connoisseur, but the way Larry Bird was talking trash was something he never experienced.
And Larry Bird would shoot it anywhere. If you think about how many times he won a championship and what he was doing and what he was averaging, people don't understand. They was like, oh, he was slow. He wasn't. Nah, he was just smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was smart and he can get it. He can get it done. He wasn't MVP all them times and all the All-Stars all them times for nothing.
I'm gonna take you over to this corner. I'm gonna dribble 2 times. I'm gonna hit your ass in the face, and it bet not touch the rim.
Wow.
And then he said, if it do, I'm gonna come right back and do it again until it touch it. That's how Larry Bird used to get at him.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, Larry Bird was the coldest talker ever, man. And he bagged it up because he was so cold.
That's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? So people ask people about him. Motherfuckers used to tell you, boy, you can't do shit.
Whether you want to increase sales,
It's gonna be
generate leads,
a
or
long
build brand awareness,
beef between
Google
me
Ads can
and
help.
ads. Like,
I'm too
damn.
good for this.
Wow.
I'm gonna give you a Christmas present. This jumper in your face. He used to always say this, man.
Next, we got Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight film. He was a dominant force on the court, captivating audiences with his electrifying dunks and scoring prowess. He had a versatile offensive game, capable of scoring from various positions on the floor. In the 1980s, Wilkins and Larry Bird had a fierce rivalry. They had one of the most memorable playoff battles in NBA history. Dominique Wilkins shared his experience of what it was like going against Larry Bird as a rookie, and this was hilarious.
First time Bird ever talked trash to me. It was my rookie season, my first game I ever played against him. And so I go shake his hand, and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he getting his head ready to play. And first play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots a 3. Now, I wasn't upset he made the 3. I said, but this son of a gun just called me Holmes. I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the 3, but this some bitch just called me Holmes.
That,
And so it's set up for a really.
and I think that's what it is. That's why it's hitting 10 times harder, because he's doing this against brothers. Like, he's talking crazy against brothers. Like, he's doing it against, like, my people. He's doing this against the black community. Like, he's whooping our ass, bro. He was dogging us. And the fact that he could back it up, it was nothing you could do. I think that's what made him getting people's heads for real.
Interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground. He fouled me, and I'm pointing. And he said, hey, Rook. I said, what? He said, what? He said, I like you. You got, he said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30 on your ass. He got about 38, but I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because, back then, as a rookie, you got to pay your dues. Simple as that. He backed up whatever he said. If he tell you going to hit a shot to certain place, or if he going to take you down to the post, turn around, hit a fadeaway J, he going to do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Joe Dumars, a Pistons legend, who many called a Jordan stopper, and a key member of the Detroit Pistons bad boys era. He holds deep respect for Larry Bird. The intense rivalry between the Pistons and the Boston Celtics during the late 1980s was marked by fierce competition and mutual admiration. You will see Joe Dumars explain how smart and tough Larry Bird was playing against, like it was a chess match.
I said, but please, let's not forget how incredible Bird and the Celtics were in their prime. I said, they were almost impossible to go in there and beat. And they said, why? I said, because you could not make a mistake with them. If you turn your head or you don't rotate right on time or whatever it was, those guys made you play. And it was him. Like, he was a savant on the court. Like, just a savant. Like, 2 plays ahead on everything. And so I was just talking about this maybe 3 or 4 days ago, how hard it was to go into Boston and beat a team when Bird is in his prime.
Dennis Rodman, a Hall of Fame NBA player, renowned for his rebounding and
Rodman?
offensive prowess, had so many battles against Bird when he was on the bad boy Pistons. And even though he said some crazy statements about Bird, like saying he wouldn't be able to play in today's NBA, he still had respect for Bird's game when going against him.
I
He
don't know
actually-
about that. With the defense being way softer and with the fouls being called, he could definitely play in today's NBA. I feel like he would probably have way bigger numbers if he played in today's NBA. With the game and the speed of this NBA today, he will probably average a good 35, 10, and 15. I'm just being honest right now. They will just have to consistently foul him because, bro, like, look how saucy he was back then. And he's doing this against, like, OGs. He's doing it against the original OGs.
He had a funny welcome to the league moment with Larry Bird in the playoffs. Check it out.
So, I think it was 86, 87. So we was playing Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. So they gave me the task of guarding Larry Bird. Guarding Larry Bird. I'm like this 25-year-old rookie in the league. They said, Dennis, you have to guard him. And I'm like, and you know what I'm saying? Guard him. So that was my whole job, to guard the toughest guy on the team, on the other teams. So, you know, so I'm guarding him. And every time I turn my head, he's over there in the 3-point line. He said, I'm over here, Rook. I'm like, you know, I got to go out there and run out there like a dumbass. So let's go out there trying to contest him. They hit the three. I'm like, okay,
Next, we got two legends, Karl Malone and Isaiah Thomas, who played against Larry Bird for almost all of their career and had intense playoff matchups. They shared their stories of how Bird used to talk trash during clutch moments.
I remember sitting on the bench watching Kevin McHale and Larry Bird. And Larry Bird did something. To me, I'm still marveled at this. And he got so many people. It was a timeout. And one of our teammates, Bart Kofold, had a camera. Right. He's taking pictures. So Larry Bird came over there and looked at our bench. And he said, 3-pointer. From right over here.
But he telling y'all what he finna do.
I'm sitting over there looking like Babe Ruth. Calling your shot already, right? Yeah. So Isaiah, I'm sitting there looking. He looked down at the floor. Hell, everybody looked down at the floor. He like he threw something. And he hit a 3. Oh, can you believe that? And I remember Kevin kind of looking over at the bench like this gonna be a long night.
We walk out on the court. And he said, who guarded me? Larry's always called me Cheesy, right? He's like, Cheesy, who guarded me? And I was like, you know,
damn,
got Kelly, got Lamb, I got Benson. He's like,
that's nasty.
You ain't got
every time I see that highlight, that is nasty right there. I'm sorry. I gotta replay it because that's nasty.
Lamb, I got Benson. He's like,
that's not normal
you ain't
right
got
now. That's some goddamn NBA street
like,
ball shit right there.
Like you? He's like you.
Disrespecting me.
That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. He said, hey man, you can't put no white dude on me. That is straight disrespect. Right? He said, don't put no white dude on me. So check this out. So the next year we come back, I said, I got somebody for your ass, right?
Yeah.
He said, who you got? I said, Robin. He said, okay. He's a little better. He said, but don't ever put no white dude on me because that is disrespectful.
Cuz, what?
Okay.
Patrick Ewing, a New York Knicks legend and one of the best centers of all time, is close friends with Larry Bird and has voiced admiration for Bird's skills, basketball knowledge, and leadership on multiple occasions. And he told people that Larry Bird's trash talking was the real deal.
He talked trash against us, talked trash with against everyone else. But you know, the difference is he could back it up. He could back it up. You know, I remember, you know, like I was saying, growing up in Boston, people all used to always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this, he can't do that. And, you know, a lot of my friends was like that, you know. So, I got to the league. I called all my friends back up. I said, you know, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash all that. This man is great. He can, whatever you were saying for a man who can't jump, He's demolishing everybody.
Here are three legends, Dr. J, Kevin McHale, and Bill Walton, explaining Bird's impact on the game and his mindset when playing. Pay attention to McHale's story especially, because it shows what Bird will do when the game is on the line and he's not having the best night.
You know, this guy, I think he was born to play basketball. Seeing him come in and making the adjustment early, taking a team that had won 20 games the year before, and, you know, the next year, I mean, you know, they're 40 plus, and the next year they're 60 plus.
Nothing bothered him. Unbelievable competitor, great hands, great vision, great feel for the game, and just, you know, could go out every single night and just play at an unbelievably high level. Didn't have to shoot the ball really well to have a good game because he did so many different things.
I'm out, I'm inbounding the ball. Larry, we're walking, we drop a play, we're walking out there. Larry says, I'm going to shoot a three. I'm going to win it right here. And I'm like, Larry, no. I just shoot, just make it two. We're just going to go to overtime. I'm thinking, my God, you haven't made a shot all game long. Don't do that now. So we walk over there, and Larry walks by the bench, and he tells the Phoenix bench, he said, nah, I'm fixing to jump out here, bust this play, and knock a three down on you and go home. And the bench looks at him and stuff. So Larry busts the play, jumps out, gets the ball on, kind of in front of their bench at three-point line, shoots it. As he lets it go, he looks at the bench and said, told you so, and starts running to the locker room. The ball rips through. We win by one. And the bench coaches have this. El Bianchi's got this look on his face like honestly, like he's seen a ghost. He's just sitting there. And I walk by and I go, does it all the time. And El Bianchi just shakes his head. But that was classic Larry. A will to win, unbelievable amount of confidence. But the best thing was he had no idea what I was thinking in my mind. Like, am I really going to throw it to him? He hasn't made a shot all the fourth quarter. And he ran in, and by the time I got in there, he had already popped a beer. He had a beer in his hand, and he was laughing. And I just walked up to him and gave him a hug and said, man, you are something.
Nobody worked as hard as Larry. He was the first guy there. He was the last guy to leave. He wore that body out with the jumpers and the running and the movement and the concentration and the focus and the discipline and the sacrifice.
That shot so smooth,
he had it
like.
all.
Hi, we're Visible. We're the wireless company. Nothing to hide. Seriously, hidden fee?
He wanted the light.
No, I don't have ad
He
block.
wanted
No.
the focus, and he wanted that ball. And if it ever got to the point where Casey Jones, a coach who we just loved and would do anything for, if Casey would ever call somebody else's play, Larry would just say, no. I'm shooting this ball, and he would.
2 seconds on the shot clock. Bird wants a three out of it. He gets it.
Next, we have two NBA legends who are in my top 5 of all time, Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They both said Larry Bird was the best guy they played against. And listen to how they describe Bird's game. You can tell that it was war when you're getting ready to play against that man. And you had to be on your A game at all times.
The best guy I played against might have been, Larry Bird. Someone like that.
How good was
Michael
Bird?
Jordan.
I don't think people look at him and think, he's a white guy, slow guy.
He's a chubby white guy. He wore us out, man. You know, because this muscle here, the one between his ears.
Yeah.
That was his.
I was
best,
just about to say,
you know,
he went in
because
that mental
made the
game, bro.
three-pointers,
He getting in
and
y'all
he had
heads,
assists
bro. That's how
and
he used to get
rebounded,
y'all out.
Steals. He was always at the right place at the right time on the court. You know, one of the great players I had the opportunity to play against.
There's nobody that I ever played against that I love and respected more than Larry Bird. The man, listen, you couldn't give him an inch or he would just shoot it right in your face. He was dominant at both ends of the court. And so Larry Bird made me a better player, and I think I made him a better player. And together, we made the NBA better.
And now we have the last two legends on this list, John Stockton and Charles Barkley. They both shared hilarious trash-talking stories when they went against Bird. And you get to see Charles explain what exactly made NBA players fear him in the game.
He's the only guy that came into Utah when I was a young player and says, I think I'm going to have 43 tonight. Told our whole team that on the bench, and he came in and had 43 tonight. So, I don't know. I have to give the nod to Larry at this.
The fact that he came in and dropped exactly 43 is crazy to me, bro. 43. He chose an odd number and he got that same exact number.
Don't feel bad because I was the tiebreaker on the poll question, and I picked Larry Legend as well. So I'm with the same company. So
God, Bird talk trash to everybody.
But didn't he? Did he get to a point where he had respect for you?
I always tell this story about Larry Bird. I remember him. He was cursing under his breath, and I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. Disrespectful.
Wait, who's the white guy you put on him?
I can't remember who it was. I just started laughing. I had no comeback. But he says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me. And I'm sitting there like, I'm laughing in the middle of a game.
Like, Larry beat you with his will and his mind. But he didn't have the athletic ability that Kobe and Michael and LeBron and those guys had.
Yeah.
Larry willed himself and his team to win.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and show
That's
everyone
crazy, bro. The fact that most of these legends put in Larry Bird as the greatest player that they ever played against. Do we have to consider him top 3? Do we consider him as the GOAT? I don't know now. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments below. I don't know. But the most interesting thing is that he hate when white people is guarding him. That's crazy to me, bro. Because he know what he's about to do. And the fact is, if you put a brother on him, the result gonna stay the same. He's still gonna drop at least 30 points on you. Like, this man was a legend. I'm glad y'all put me on to this, man. I'm glad y'all did comment down some videos. And now that I'm learning about this, man, I still want to learn some more about some other legends. If comment down below some other videos you want me to react to next, like I said. And also comment down some questions that you have for me. I want to present a Q&A. Thank y'all for 1K subs. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on IG and Twitter. I love 305. And we gone.